when I sold my business a couple years back, I got into sports car braking and...
What the heck?
I had no idea. Did you know you were walking into having two guys that are like all in?
Get in there, get your hair cut.
Wait!
What are you wanting for it all?
It's hard to sell that stuff. I want the same thing you want, man.
Well, I guess we're competing against each other a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's all right, man. Ooh, Ty's gonna love that.
We're out in Pasadena, California today. My son Kai and I are getting ready to go check out a collection. And we thought it'd be good to invite an old friend. So we're gonna let him come along. In fact, he's right there. Not quite sure what he's doing. What's going on?
Dude, you'll never believe it, man. Somebody left their freaking horse on the street. I stepped in poop or I don't know what this is, man. Dude, it's not that funny.
Let's go grab a coffee, get your mind off this.
Yeah, all right, hold up a sec. Last piece. Dude, that's just insane, isn't it? Dude, you know what it is to be a sports fan and finally have your team like win. And the way the Dodgers won last year, so nice yesterday. Ice Cube came and delivered the trophy and like this awesome, crazy car. And... All right, so typical Marcel move. I just went to get some ice cream and they hit a home run. They always hit a home run when I go to get ice cream.
To left, it's carrying over the wall. He delivers.
So while you were enjoying Shohei Ohtani's home runs,
Yeah.
I was at Pristine headquarters yesterday doing a live auction,
Yes.
which was awesome.
Big operation, really.
Big operation. They're doing things super, super well. But today, I got a collection for us to see.
Okay.
So we're going to meet a guy named Carter,
Yeah.
who I believe is selling this collection for somebody else. I don't know who it is. I couldn't quite tell the backstory.
Really?
When I saw it, it's like every set from 61 up in baseball, carefully curated in books,
Really?
and then a bunch of sealed wax and a bunch of modern and graded stuff.
Oh, that would
And
be
I
great.
saw it and I'm like, this is awesome card shop material. I'll ride shotgun with you.
Okay. Let's do it.
Maybe we'll see what prices we come up with, but I want you to take the lead. And if you want to get this collection, it's all yours today.
Oh man, I had no idea. I didn't bring my checkbook.
Oh, yes, you did. What's up, guys? Carter? How's it going?
How you doing?
You guys are prepared.
How you doing, David?
Yeah, Ty. David,
Ty?
good to meet you, man.
Nice
This
to
is
meet you,
Marcel.
too.
Nice
Marcel?
to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you,
David?
Marcel. Yes,
Yeah.
David?
My son, Kai.
Kai, how you doing, Kai?
Nice to meet you,
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having us out today.
Of course.
course.
I got a beautiful one for you.
My dad, he raised me since I was 3, and our connection was through cards when I was young. He'd take me to the car shop and collect packs. I said, hey, realistically, you can't take it with you. If you want to have a happy retirement, just get some extra cash and let's move your collection.
What the heck?
We
It's all
got,
vintage and
it's
what's
all
going on?
baseball. It's like, there's like 210 complete sets.
Okay.
I think it starts at 61 and goes all the way to 2021, I believe.
Are these your cards?
They're actually my dad's. We grew up collecting cards, and that's how we connected. And so they're my dad's, and he wants to sell them. So
His dad was mostly a set collector. So like when I was talking about how like sets are hard to move, he couldn't believe that because when he grew up, it was all about getting the complete set because they didn't have parallels, they didn't have the cards that come autographed like now. So he would try and buy up the whole set because that was like his goal, and he's been doing that probably since the 70s.
this is like, it's about half gone already.
Okay.
So we got a bunch left, but he's working hard every day trying to get it gone.
No kidding. What would you sell already?
A lot of junk wax, like a lot, like from here to here, all the way up to the ceiling was filled with just white boxes, like 5,000 counts, big boxes just filled with junk wax, like 92 upper deck, like the stuff you could burn and probably make more profit on.
We're more on the business side of things now. So when I sold my business a couple years back, I got into sports car braking and had my own braking company, and now we're merged with the bigger one. I mean, I don't know if it's safe to say, I'll say it, but it's Cardboard 47.
The brake company that we were running, we shut down to merge with a bigger company in Miami and New Jersey. So since then, I've been getting paid to try and organize and then move his dad's very large collection.
Okay, so vintage in this era doesn't float real well in that space. Is that what I'm?
It doesn't. Maybe one day it will.
Okay.
But I mean, mere fact that there's the situation where my pops and stuff, I said, hey, why don't you just get rid of it? I mean, there's some stuff that's aside, and it's set aside for like the grandkids and
Gotcha.
stuff, and my nieces and nephews. So, but for the most part, I mean, sets all the way from, I think the earliest is what, 61, right? And of course, there's a ton in the 80s and 90s era that was tough.
Marcel's favorite.
I was a big buyer in the hobby the last year or two before I got out of the manufacturing company, sold that. So I was like, you know what? There's money to be made in this industry. You got fanatics buying the industry. You know, they're doing a lot within it. They're exploding it. So I saw that happening. I saw that trending. And I was like, you know what? I need to take part in this. It's going to be fun for at least a decade. It's going to be really booming. So I got into it on the selling side of it now. So we sold wax and repacks online under a company called D&E Brakes. It really positioned us to kind of do a merger with a bigger company after I developed a network after a couple years. And so now I'm with Cardboard 47.
Let's hold up. You're probably wondering what a repack is, so let me explain. In the world of sports cards, repack products are boxes or packs of hand-curated items from a variety of sets. Unlike typical sealed products from manufacturers, repacks are put together by a third party with a mix of common cards and potentially high-value chase cards. But this isn't just a recent trend. Repack products have been floating around the market since the mid-1980s and can be found nearly anywhere cards are sold. But the repack phenomena has really picked up the last few years with the rising cost of hobby products and the continued growth of online breaking.
Is everything here for sale? Is that?
Everything here is for sale, and this stuff too.
And this stuff too. So like the graded cards here, is this
It's all
part
of the stuff. It just was all, I mean, you can pull it out and look at it. It's all like recently graded stuff. Okay. Some of it's vintage, some of it's modern, some of it's terrible grades, some of it's 10s.
So these were pulled out of these sets, you think?
If they were pulled out of a set, they're either back in the binder with the set, or they're here labeled like this is from 2018 Topps Update set number 3, Ohtani 9 rookie, his 3-game homer streak, and the debut batting.
So there's
These
61.
are all just singles, but like obviously if you
So
want to
this
swap them in.
doesn't belong to a set.
It doesn't belong to a set. You could swap it in, but those sets have the cards in them for the most part.
Okay. So have you double checked these sets? Like you feel pretty confident they're all, some
Not
of them
that
say
one.
complete.
That one's not incomplete. I mean, that one is incomplete.
61's incomplete.
We had it complete, but that is the one of the sets we sold.
Nice. Okay. Does this mean anything
So
to you when you see this stuff? Does it bring back some memories?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Always going to the baseball card shops, and then he's picking through commons. There's a couple legendary stories here, Legacy, Burbank, stuff like that that you're able to filter through by. So he's always constantly doing something, opening a lot of packs. I remember some of the hot years with like Griffey, and when he came out his rookie year, and we would go and chase the Griffey rookie card. That's kind of an iconic card in the hobby. Fortunately, you know, we didn't have that much money, but my dad we made it work. So he collected a lot in the 80s and the 90s. I was born in 75, so, and then he did go back into the 70s to get the 3 kids the years they were born.
I love it. These are in good condition.
Oh yeah.
Some of the big boys are pulled out though, for sure.
Big boys are actually definitely probably right behind you.
Like the mantle and
This
stuff?
is 61.
Yeah, here's a 61. So from that set, and we had 3 of them. And what we did was, you know, to gain every penny out of it, you know, you grade and you get the biggest set that's graded the highest.
So it goes from 61 to 70. It doesn't go straight through. There's not. So there's a 62 through 69.
72, 74, 74, 74.
There's no other 60s in there?
There was 3 61s. We sold one you have at your brother's house.
Yeah, that's right. So
Gotcha.
67,
So no more
80s,
60s, just
no
one.
more 6, just one, and then it jumps to 70s. So that was gonna be, you know,
Okay.
we didn't grow up too healthy, so we in wealth, but we had a lot of love.
I'll take that any day.
Yes, I do too.
Yeah, I remember going through the set, and some of the boxes had like shipping labels from before I was born.
Everything, yeah, inventory, the sheets. Like him and my mom, before we lost our mom a couple years back, they sat and they got it all organized. It was crazy. Like even the comments were in order and had everything on the front of the boxes. I wish we had, so we could still show you, like everything was organized, logged, spreadsheets. I mean, we have the sheets for all this too, if you need to see it.
That's crazy. This is good because I think we can take these cards and we can put them into some hands of people that probably care about them just as much as maybe his dad did. So, okay, so it picks up over here in the 80s.
Yeah, and then it goes all the way down to the bottom, down at, I think 17. It's actually a pretty decent year, right?
That's Judge.
Yeah, that's Judge.
There's like the Judge in there.
I mean, he was a huge Bowman. Bowman.
One of the 2011s has the Trout. That's a big card.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Did you know you were walking into, I mean, two guys that are like all in?
No idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always find something out, right?
Hey, great news. We have 3 brand new hat designs available for pre-order right now. In fact, I'm wearing one of the cool new designs right here. If you head to the Chasing Cardboard store in the link below, you can place your order for one of the brand new hats. We'll be taking pre-orders for the next few weeks and submitting our production request on May 1st. You'll have your hats shipped to you shortly after that. You're going to want to get your pre-orders in ASAP. We appreciate the support.
Oh, see, that's the set though. Come on. Evan Longoria, triple threads. What year is that? You know, 2009.
That was when that product was the product back
The
then.
product.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, that's sweet Scott
and
Rowland.
now looking at all these sets, they all start in 80. And they're all like 80s and 90s. You got a couple of early 2000s.
That seems like a turnoff to you.
Are you excited? I mean,
I was asking you, Marcel.
there's a place for all this stuff. You know, it's just it's so hard to sell it.
I can't wait to see what Marcel's thinking with price because when I ask them what they think it's worth, I have a feeling we're going to be in totally different worlds. So, like for you and your shop, would this stuff be hard to move?
So honestly, again, there's a home for all this stuff at my shop. We actually just created a deal table. We never had one.
Okay.
I don't usually like deal tables, but we just created one to try and get, you know, some of this stuff out the door. So it would probably mostly end up on the deal table.
Okay. Kind of a surprise there.
Yeah, that's a nice card.
Okay.
And wait, is this stuff right there? Is that part of it too?
You can have it if
No,
you
I'm
want.
just
It's
asking.
just all base cards.
Oh, okay, it's all base.
Like I can pull it out and show you. It's like,
Yeah, no, I just meant the rest of the table because I see it's like newer stuff.
yeah. If you, I mean, we'll throw it in. It's not valuable.
Did you see that barber chair over there in the corner? I think I might need to get my fade tightened up.
So what's up with this barber chair?
This barber chair, I've been going to a barber where he cuts a lot of the Dodgers. Pitching crews, some guys that spread out to other teams and they come into town and stuff. So it was getting a little hectic at his thing. So I wanted my haircut anyways. Like he's a good friend of mine and we come here and it's a good way to hang out with some buddies and stuff. So I get my haircut here and other people. But the cool thing about it is the Dodgers now come at times. So we have some Dodger pitchers. You can only imagine.
Have they sat in that chair?
This is royalty right here. This is royalty.
Get in there. Get your haircut.
Look at, I mean, he's got the Dodger
down.
hat on.
So look,
Get
this is
your
the
haircut.
deal. I'm very
Here.
particular about it.
You
all right?
okay though?
All right, hey, listen.
I mean, I'm not that great.
Listen,
but
don't take too
I
much
just
off the top, all right, man?
Wait.
Hey YouTube, I hope you're enjoying this episode, but I wanted to let you know about something we've been working on called Hobby Startup. Matt and I love entrepreneurs and hearing the stories of folks who've taken their hobby and turned it into something spectacular. I don't think there's anything better than seeing a passion transformed into a thriving business. Well, a few weeks ago, we told the incredible story of Mark from My Card Post, and you're in for a treat in the next episode when we share the story of Jared, the founder of Pristine Auction, who turned a side hustle into a $100 million business.
You know, it was a lot of work leading up to having even just inventory that had put a lot of sweat equity into to be able to start the auction and do the business.
If you have a side hustle yourself or maybe dreams of being an entrepreneur, be on the lookout for upcoming Hobby Startup episodes and go subscribe to the Hobby Startup channel in the link below. Back to the show.
Okay. Is the Pokemon 151 part of the deal?
I think he wants to hold on to that.
So this is 2023 Pokemon 151. Years don't matter that much, but that's 2023. Why is this such a good set?
I think it's just a more modern way to display older cards, and it's a really cool set.
Yeah.
Really great artworks, and
Popular.
yeah, it's definitely popular. Yeah.
Seal case. This was reprinted, but seal case, it's valuable.
Yeah.
He wants it really bad, so they don't want to sell it, but I'm going to try to get them to sell it. But what's ideal for you? What you guys? What do you want to do with all this? Sell it all in one fell swoop and be done with it?
That's why you're here.
It's definitely stuff I can sell at the shop. It's not particularly stuff that I would normally buy. Like if somebody walked into my shop with that, I'd probably tell them that I'm interested in the 60 to 79 sets. And for the most part, I probably would try not to buy the other stuff. Very hard to move. There is a home for it, just hard to move.
Yeah, building the sets, my dad would just spend time collecting. Like if he was missing a no backer, he would pick it up. You know, Burbank, Legacy, anything, anybody was open at the time. And just collect them, go to shows. What helped is when I got back into the industry and met my man Jansen and Picoy Pools and Carter, they understood that aspect of it and helped teach me. So I was like, hey, we'll start grading. So you'll see some holes in this set, but what we did is we're trying to grade, up the grade and bring more value to it.
David's dad has some great looking cards, and his strategy of constantly upgrading his previous version of a card is a great way to increase the value of his vintage sets.
I was looking for the mantle. Where's the mantle at?
It's not here.
That's probably the one. Or if it's not in here, we have it in the graded card, believe me. It's on the list. It will all
There's
be
the Ernie.
Ernie Banks.
Frank Robinson. There's some amazing names in here.
I know, I just...
Such a good set. 2011 Topps update.
So there's a couple of those. One of them has the trout in it. The rest are missing the trout.
Trout's number 175, right? Oh yeah, 175. There he is. That was a good looking trout, actually. Nice, man. You know, we had no idea what we were walking into. You saw that when we were driving up, talking about it. We are just kind of going with the flow. Being in the hobby and hearing them talk about how vintage just doesn't play a role in kind of their businesses. I think they do some repacks, maybe some breaking. It's intriguing to me that they don't want to keep the vintage. So maybe it's just the age that we live in with cards, but vintage needs to make its way into the modern world. What are you wanting for it all?
Go low, man.
Yeah, I'll go low. I think in the high 30s. So I had it on OfferUp, Marketplace, et cetera, and we've had people come by. A lot of people have just taken small pieces. Like we had a guy take, I think it was a 70 set with the Nolan Ryan graded, and then the guy took some wax. Another guy took some singles, and then we had one guy who offered $30,000 for everything that you saw in there. We didn't actually ever say no to him. We just said, hey, we need some time to talk about it. That was actually recent. That was like 2 weeks ago.
You letting Carter's got full transparency here?
Yeah, Carter, he has a full transparency. Yeah, we got offered 30 and...
He's got a 61 set at his brother's house that's like all high grades.
Well, high, and back then.
Sure.
That year was tough. It was 6, 7, I think.
Like all
7
five
being
or
the
better,
highest,
something.
and maybe down to 4. So I got to understand. I'm trying to see how to market that, and we're looking on eBay, and there's a couple out there not
It's
moving.
like a 4 to 5
So,
figure set.
Yeah, realistically, it's, at a low would be 5K, at a high would be close to 10. I don't know yet until we get all those, the bigger cards in there.
You know, one thing that kind of surprised me is I thought it was 61 up through 2021, and it's 61. Then it goes to 70.
Yeah.
Those 62 to 69 sets are really important. Well, we love your stuff. We love what your dad did.
Yeah.
That goes without saying. That's why we're here, right? The pictures drew us in.
You
So
don't
we
have to say
came.
that, right? You don't have to just say that?
No, we definitely don't. We've told people they don't have good stuff.
Okay.
We came thinking, let's load this guy up with inventory. It's a 3-hour drive to the Awesome Card Shop.
Yeah.
Thought this would be perfect stuff. So, what do you think? Is it good stuff for your store?
Yeah, I mean, so again, in general, like all the stuff from the 80s and 90s, if it walked in my door at the shop, I probably would pass on it.
Yes.
Probably try to make them an offer on just the 60 set and the 70 set, maybe the slabs and those current cards you have. But it's hard to sell that stuff, and I'd have to put it on a deal table and just hope it trickle out slowly over
I
time.
agree 100%.
Yeah, so I mean, I like it. It's a nice collection, and I feel honored that you shared it with us, and it was your dad's and all. But I don't know that buying the whole collection is a match for me.
Well, I think knowing that you got a 30K offer, we're kind of like, that's just too good of an offer. You should just call the guy up and take the deal.
And that is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I always tell people, they come to my shop, he's dead on. You got a 30K offer, you should call that guy back. That's a strong offer. When we look at that, do you agree with that?
100%. Yeah.
Like, that's a super strong offer. If that guy's still available, then that's something you should pursue.
That's very fair. I do agree.
But
There's but.
if you were to say, hey, we're willing to sell those sets to that guy, and we're willing to sell you the other stuff that's not a part of the sets, we'd love to pay you for the stuff that's on the table. I know what I'm interested in, but what are you interested in?
Same thing you are.
How do you know?
Hey man, I want the same thing you want, man.
So I think I guess we're competing against each other a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's all right, man.
But like what drew my interest was the stuff that you had graded. You had some loose stuff over there. I love the set here, maybe some of the loose stuff here. Like, I'd be willing to negotiate on that and take that off your hands today. I think he would too, so you probably have two competing offers. But if you want to keep it together, we totally respect that too.
Grind away, man.
I'm obviously open to talking. Like, the worst we can say, not come to a deal. Like, oh, well, you're already here, you know?
Okay. And if you found a way to get the Pokemon 151 into the equation, I think it'd be even sweeter. You probably know these prices like the back of your hand now, right? Do you want me to tell you what we would like?
Yeah, pull
Let's set this. Hold up.
Pull it up. Whatever you want.
So, Marcel, what were you looking at? You're looking at like this. I just want to make sure like that wasn't a part of it, right? Because that was something.
I
he brought
mean,
up separate.
I'm just trying to keep it easy. I mean, I think
Here
this
and here.
and there.
Price this, and these two boxes.
Yeah.
These two boxes.
Leave all
right
the sealed wax.
Yeah.
Leave all the sets.
Okay.
You tell me what you want.
Sounds good.
Or do you want us to kind of like quickly run what we'd pay?
Run through where you're at.
What is that worth?
Well, that's what I was asking him. Do you guys roughly know what this thing?
The problem is I don't know the year.
400 to 600.
4 to 600.
Okay.
You got a number?
I got a number.
You got a number, right?
Yeah.
So as opposed to us all throwing this out, how about we all write down our numbers?
Okay.
Okay.
So here we're pricing all this,
All the graded, all the singles.
the Transcendent complete set, and then we had the leftover stuff here. And then I'm going to write down the Pokemon 151 just because I'm going to keep telling you that I want it.
Okay.
Is that cool?
But this is. So we're writing down what we want to purchase it for, and he's writing down what he's willing to sell it for.
So just this stuff here, I think he already told me, this kind of eBay stuff. There was a Cooper Cup auto. And then some other like Star Wars things. Nothing crazy in this box. This was just like old school $5 and below eBay stuff. Transcendent set, I think we pegged that at like $400. Singles, a couple graded back there, raw. And then graded. That's what we're bidding on right now. So this is my number. $2,200 for all the loose stuff and graded, plus the Transcendent, and $1,000 for the Pokemon 151 case. $3,200 for everything.
All right, so I've got my number. I'm offering as if I would at the shop, basically. There's a lot of stuff in there that's decent. There's some nice stuff, but there's a lot of everyday stuff. So my number is I think it's good, you know? So this is my number. I actually used invisible ink. So remember, Ty's gonna love that. But just between me and you, this is just me, you, okay? And everybody watching. That's my number, okay? But I'm gonna give Ty the invisible ink, all right?
You want to start with yours, Marcel?
Let's see it.
Let's see what you got.
They're gonna run away. Watch
All
this.
right. All right, moment of truth, people.
What is this?
I used invisible ink, bro.
Oh!
Well, you got you.
That was good.
Yeah, so invisible ink, but no, okay, fine.
Let's go.
Oh.
So 2,500. But wait, here's the deal. I'm gonna tell you guys what I said. Basically, at my shop, when I buy that stuff, there's some good stuff, there's some medium stuff, and then there's a lot of everyday stuff. And I pay off of percentages. And so, you know, I can pay real high if all I'm buying is good stuff, but I'm buying a lot of medium stuff, and I'm buying spending quite a bit of money on the low end stuff. So I'm at 2,500. That's where I'm at.
Cool. So I'm at 2,200 and 1,000 for the Pokemon 151.
Wow, I'm higher than
You're
you?
higher. I cannot believe you're higher than me.
That's amazing.
I'm always higher than you.
I'm a
well,
generous.
shoot, what are you at?
I'm at 47.
So you're coming at this from the repacker. You know what you can sell that for. That's the repackers.
All the good stuff I can snap sell for a full comp.
It sounds like the percentages are really high. Can you explain that real quickly?
So like, I mean, you guys probably know Backyard Breaks, We the Hobby. They need cards for their
Cardboard
repacks.
47.
Cardboard 47. The best repacks. They need cards and they need them in volume, so they'll pay you really strong on those cards so they can just get them next day shipped to their house or their office or their stream.
So they pay super strong. That's why you're coming up with that number.
That's why I came in at 90, is because there's a lot of stuff in there I can get full on, but there's, like you said, there's a lot of medium stuff or whatever.
So you think retail is $5,200 on this?
I mean, so the brown box with the ungraded singles, stickers add up to somewhere in the 14. I mean, some of them are stickered high, so it's probably 13 value. You said 5 on the Transcendent, right? 4 on the Transcendent. The eBay box, I literally just put 2 on it because I'm pretty sure that's what the cup's worth. The rest of it's just a throw in. And the graded stuff comped out to like 3K.
Cool. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
the fact that we were that close is pretty cool though.
it is pretty cool. But you know, and that's the thing when dealing with pros. You guys are pros.
Sure.
You guys are deep in the hobby, and you have so many ways to sell these items that it behooves you to not do what you're good at. Yeah.
Okay, lesson learned. Don't go buy a collection from a repacker, but it really was fun getting to know David and Carter. I'm super glad they invited us out.
I'm gonna buy those 2 deal boxes that were sitting at the top. They just had everyday cards, a little bit of Star Wars in there, and just some everyday fluff. And then that Transcendent set, that base set, looks like it goes for $400. They agreed to sell it for $200. So I'm just gonna buy that Transcendent set and those 2 deal boxes, those boxes that were sitting up there at the top. $400.
Well, Marcel walked out with some things for his shop, so mission accomplished. And my son Kai, he grabbed the Pokemon 151 case. And as for me, I'm still waiting on that special collection, and you know what? It might be you. So be sure to reach out to us using the link below.
Guys, thank you. We'll catch up with you next time we're in LA. That turned out well. I got the Pokemon 151 for Kai. You got some stuff for the shop.
Yep.
We couldn't make the big deal happen. Wasn't a good fit, but I got a guy lined up, so it was a good deal.
It was a great deal, man. It was fun, man.
Thanks for coming along today.
Yeah, man. Thanks
Tomorrow,
for
though,
having me.
at the show,
Okay.
you and me,
Yeah, man.
front row. Tune in because Marcel's going to go spend $1 million for his card shop.
Hey, man.
You're not doing
Did you bring the million?
Keep taking.
Hey, I'm only short $999,099, so we'll be fine.